Spain has changed me as a person, or maybe it's age. No, Spain has changed me as a person. And the reason I can say this is because when I speak to people back home and about daily life and about what's going on with them and asking them how life is, the one thing that sticks out that you don't get asked here in Spain, and that the Spanish don't really, better not walk next to him. One of the things that the Spanish don't really let get to them, or it's not something they aspire to, or it's not something they get jealous about. It's not something, an egg's fell out of a nest and broken. There's lots of things that the Spanish do that people back home just couldn't get their heads around. One of them is property. Keeping up with the Joneses, as it's called back home. Curtain twitchers. Oh, you miss old curtain twitchers, don't you? Old Mary across the road, peeking through the curtains. What are they buggers up to now? For those of an English or didn't understand that, is what are they neighbours up to now? The good thing that Spain has done for me is changed my outlook completely. I used to be the type of person that would buy designer clothes. Lacoste was a favourite of mine. Replay jeans. Now, I still cardinal stay that I've still got an expensive taste in clothes compared to her. But not driving a Mercedes is whether I like having a car, but is there any need to have a car that costs so much money? And it is just to look good. It's a status symbol back home. Here it's not really a status symbol. And I've come to appreciate life a lot more. I've come to appreciate what life is really about. And it's about living. And it's about letting chickens run free in the middle of parks. You'd never get that back home. No, bird flu. No, you can't do that. Bird flu will be everywhere. No, bird flu. Oh, this is going to be fun, this video. But yeah, what it does do is it allows you to appreciate the finer things in life. And not only that, it allows you just to have a better work-life balance, I think. Don't you? Other ways that have changed. White doves. Other ways that have changed is I'm way more relaxed. Way more relaxed. And way more chilled out. And I think that comes with letting go of things that in the big wide world don't really matter, to be honest. Do you know, nobody's interested here on what size of house you stay in. Nobody's interested in what kind of car you drive. Nobody's interested in what you do for a living. Nobody's interested in what you get paid. And it's wonderful. Not only that, I can understand why so many people come to retire here. Because you've got the sun the majority of the year. We are at a time of year where, yeah, we're going to get some rain. But let's face it, where is it? It's up there. It's blue skies. The blue skies make all the difference, rather than the dull grey skies that we have permanently in Scotland. You don't need to tell me about that because I had a lifetime of it. Now, I'm not saying that Spain's some euphoric place that's some paradise, that everything's fine and dandy and it doesn't have its own issues within the country. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm just talking about my own personal journey over the last 5 years and the fact that I'm in a way happier place now. I mean, I thought I was in a happy place back home. And ultimately, this was a dream and vision for retirement. And then you think to yourself, do you know, retirement, listen to yourself. You're going to work all your days, and there's something far wrong with the system. You work till you're 65 to then hope that you have enough left in your body to just keep giving for another 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And then you've got to amass an amount of cash in savings and in pensions and things and in property to hope that you live a happy retirement when your body's pretty much knackered and you can't do anything. You can't walk the distances you once walked when you were in your 20s and 30s. And I think people need to put life into perspective. Not just owning fancy cars, not just owning big properties. It is about just stop and listen. And listen to the birds. There's a peacock, there's another one. It's on a nest, I better not go near it. Looks as if it's nesting. Down there. Oh my goodness, there's loads of them. Wow. Came across an oasis for peacocks. And there's one there. It does look as if it's nesting, so I'm not going to go near it. And maybe the one's up there also. That's what life's about. Stopping and just looking. One of the best things that I've done over the last 2 years, I'd say, and this will go against everybody that's watching this because you're watching it on your mobile phone, if you're watching it on your television, but I have switched off completely from mainstream media. And when I say completely, I mean completely. Apart from football. I watch football. But when it comes to news, when it comes to politics, I don't let it worry me. I used to sit up at night on every single election in the UK for the best part of 25 years, 20 years, 25 years even. And I would sit up and watch every election until it was announced who had won. And I was engaged, and I thought I had a purpose, and I thought that it was important. But it's not. It's not important at all. You can't make a difference. They say that your vote makes a difference. If voting made a difference, they would make it illegal. I said it. Switching off from the news and what's happening around the world, it's just all negativity. And sometimes when you allow that negativity to come into your mind, it breeds negativity. And over the last year specifically, the return that I've had from work, the benefit that I've had work-wise, has been there to see. It's been tremendous. And it's put us in a position this year where we're now looking forward to what we really want in Spain and where we really want to stay. That's the most important thing. And all that is because really I switched off from the mainstream media. And yes, doing it in Spain was easy because I don't understand a lot. I understand quite a bit of Spanish, and it's not the perfect Spanish that I do have, but I suppose when you don't understand the language, it does give you a benefit. But even switching off from the UK media and the UK news, it's been one of the best things ever. And one thing that I've still done, that I still carried on from when I was back home, was walking. I used to love to go for a walk in the harbour and along the prom in Kirkcaldy. And I think that's something that everyone should do more of. And yes, I know back home the weather isn't great, but even, getting out and breathing the fresh air. Breathing fresh air. We were meant to walk, we were meant to breathe fresh air, we were meant to look up to the sky and see the sun, even if you don't in the UK, in the blue skies. So how has Spain really changed me? I'm more relaxed. My work-life balance is pretty much spot on. Karen laughs at me and says it's not really work this that I do. I get to talk about things I like. And I think the point is that you don't really need to move to Spain just to feel this. So whoever finds this video, make some changes in your life and make them for the better. Switch off from the negativity that's continually beamed in through the television. You're not missing out on much. And I think that's what's wrong with the world. When I look back to the UK and I see the way that the country's divided, and I look to the America, and when I do watch the occasional news, and not even that, you go online and you can see the way that the people are divided. Pedro Sanchez said in a statement last week, let's take back social media. Let's take away the narrative of people that try to create division. And let's get back to social media being social again. That's all you want to do. We're social beings. That's what humans are. It's good to talk. It's even better to listen. Hasta luego.